I love y'all. Thank you for rocking with me. Thank you for my 400 subscribers. And we out here in these streets being black, being bold, being proud. What up, fam? So today I'm coming to you from Brazil, and we are going to talk about being black in Brazil from an African American perspective. Okay, you know what? We're not really getting into all that today because I really have been struggling with racism or being black in Brazil. I thought, y'all, I'm about to start sweating. It is hot out here. I have been traveling since, for the past few years. And I have lived in Paris for 5 years, and now I'm in the beginning of my World Music Odyssey Tour. So I'm traveling all over the world. And what I'm finding is that I'm experiencing more racism outside of America than in America. When I was living in America, I've experienced where people typecast you in Hollywood, or, things happen. Police brutality. I can't even say I've experienced that. I've experienced a situation where I was pulled over, I think presumably because I was a black woman with my gay guy friend. So maybe that's why, but I've never experienced such blatant racism than when I'm here in Brazil or in Paris outside of America. So I think I'm going to do another panel here like I did with black expats in Paris. I'm going to do a panel here in Brazil where I sit with 3 black Brazilians and talk about what it's like to be black in Brazil. But for now, let's talk about what it's like being black in Brazil in my experiences, yes? Both times when I was in Rio de Janeiro, I'm in Rio de Janeiro right now. I was in Rio de Janeiro before I went to Bahia, Salvador. Bahia, Salvador has the highest population of African people outside of Africa. And I was in heaven there. I saw myself everywhere, just like I do here in Brazil, but it was a different type of vibe. Now I'm here in Brazil in the rich neighborhoods, because they'll be like, don't go to the favela, you get killed, you get shot. Ooh, that's a plane passing by. I know y'all gonna hear the noise, but I'm gonna continue. Don't go to the favelas. That's where all the poor black people are, and it's dangerous. You'll get shot, you'll get killed. And every time I go to a favela, that is where I feel the safest, y'all. The safest. I probably should have unhooked this so you can see more of the view, but oh well, we here now. So you could just see a little bit of the view behind me. It's gorgeous. Favelas, all of that. Now I'm in a rich neighborhood here, or like I was before in Santa Teresa, and this is where I'm experiencing the racism. So one day I was in Santa Teresa in the very fancy, fabulous place where everybody hangs out, all the high-end restaurants, and 6 white men decided that it was smart of them to come up to me and pressure me to take a picture with their white friends. 6 white men to take a picture with their homeboy. What do I look like? An enslaved woman like back in the day? I forget her name, Hattie Mae, with the big booty and the big breast, and they would put her up in the courtyard, and white men could rape her, talk to her, beat her, take pictures with her for a fee. So you think that's who I am? You think you just come up to me, a black woman, speaking in Portuguese, I understood what they were saying, with a doing like this to me, you want to take a picture with me because you think I'm linda, muito linda, I'm so beautiful? Unacceptable. So I just looked at them like this, because I'm a black girl. I looked at them like this. Because the moment you start speaking English, then I'm done. I looked at them like this. And eventually they got it. But what made matters worse is I decide to walk home, and these MFers decide they're gonna follow me home, y'all. So everybody's like, oh God, don't go in the street by yourself, right? The people from the favela are gonna chop you up. The drug dealers are gonna come and kill you. BS, okay? The rich neighborhood is where I need to be afraid of, where the white people are. And I'm not saying all white people are racist. That's not what I'm saying, people. But white people move through this world with a sense of entitlement and privilege, and you white people know what I'm talking about, and they think they can just do whatever they want with no circumstance, and that to me is very dangerous. I was in my apartment in Santa Teresa working on a drone video, and the tenant upstairs decides to let the neighbor, the rich white neighbor, come straight into my apartment to tell me about myself. Meanwhile, I'm paying Brazilian artists here, I'm paying Brazilian filmmakers here. Don't you think they know what the rules and regulations are? Don't you think they know how this stuff goes? But you want to come to my house and harass me? Unacceptable. Because I'm a black woman, you think you could behave that way. Unacceptable. And this is all happening here in Brazil, in Santa Teresa, which is a very rich white neighborhood. And when I'm talking about white people, I'm talking about these Brazilians who think they white, okay? You may be white in skin, okay? Like you got some black people who are white in skin. They're called white passing, yes? But trust me, let the cops know you have a little bit of black in you. Your behind is enslaved like everybody else. Your behind is enslaved. Your behind is imprisoned like everybody else. So I don't want to hear it. Now we're going to get into the foolishness that I experienced from a fellow black Brazilian. Yes, he was a little bit darker than me, and the racism that I experienced with that. I wanted to continue. So I went to Bahia, Salvador, as I shared with you guys, which has the highest African population of African people outside of Africa. And I think, you know, with media, you think that Brazil is very white, Gisele Bündchen and these kinds of people, when Brazil is over 60% black, y'all. So to me, that's a black country, okay? There's a high amount of indigenous people here. Everybody is mixed together, but the majority of people are darker than me, okay? And if they lighter than me, they got coily hair. So you know they mixed with something. Okay, y'all? Anyway, so let's get into it. I get here and the owner of the Airbnb walks me in, and there's no issue, no problem with my luggage, no issue. The next morning I'm leaving and the security guard tells me I can't go through the front door. I gotta go through the back. And of course I don't speak Portuguese. He speaks English. He speaks Portuguese, I speak English. So I don't really understand what he's saying to me, but he's pointing to like another place. And I'm like, I don't know that other place. The place I know is the place where the owner walked me through, and that's with the front door. Okay? So I go through the front door and he decides to start yelling and screaming, but I ignore him because I'm leaving to go through the front door. Funny thing is, coming home, Mofo sees me and will not open the door to let me in. Now, mind you guys, yes, I'm in one of the safest neighborhoods here in Brazil, but that's besides the point. I'm a black woman, single, solo traveler, out here in these streets by myself. I shouldn't be standing outside a door like this, waiting for you to let me in. So luckily, 2 women are coming out and they see me and they let me in. And I can hear the doorman telling them not to let me in. Of course, I don't speak Portuguese, but you could tell from him, they're like, they ignore him. They let me in. He runs from around the desk, y'all. We're talking about like 25 feet difference, maybe 50 feet difference. Runs to the outdoor corridor to where I am. And it's like, you can't get in. You gotta go through the back entrance. I was like, first of all, why are you letting me stand outside? You're not letting me in. And I'm paying my money to stay at this Airbnb. And you not letting me in. And you know I'm in this building. Second of all, why I gotta go through the back entrance when I see 2 white Brazilian women coming through the front? So I'm like, this can't have nothing to do about my race. Ray, it can't be Ray. You black American, you always talking about race. This is not about my race. Let me tell you something. Homeboy got up in my face, y'all. He was this close, up in my face. I was like, I've been through too many years of therapy and anger management to not lose it and lose everything. But y'all, I lost it. I was like, why is he this close? Like the spit was on my face, yo. Then he was like this. Y'all know from Brooklyn, anybody do this, that means they about to hit you, we about to fight. Ooh, praise God, it's the trunk construction, but we gonna talk through it. I lost it, y'all. I was shaking. He even had the audacity to put his hand out and like try to block me. That is when I lost it, y'all. I don't know what I said. The tears were coming to my eyes, my ears were burning, I was shaking. And I immediately just pushed him to the side. Like, we got into a physical altercation, y'all. That's crazy. Pushed him to the side, went up into the elevator, and immediately called Airbnb and the owner. Of course, they fixed it. Of course, now all the doormen treat me like a queen. But come on, why? Why I gotta take the back entrance? What is that? When I came through the front door with the white owner, the white Brazilian owner, which is relative. Because if you go to mid-America or you go to some Slavic countries, these mofos ain't white. They may have some white skin, but the moment they know your ethnicity or your nationality or where you from, you're no longer white. So I don't want to hear, oh, white Brazilian, black Brazilian, foolishness. Light skin, dark skin. That's it. And you know what I think the issue is too, y'all? I'm a black female, and I think I'm like a moving target. So I don't have, look, a lot of women go, I don't need a man. I'm not one of those women. because I understand the power of a man, especially when you're traveling, yes, or you're doing business with a man. Men will treat you differently if they see you with another man. Men will treat you differently if they see that there is some type of protection. This is what the Bible talks about. The Bible says that a man is supposed to be a provider and a protector of his wife. So I understand how me going around the world as a black female solo traveler can weaken my stance at times. With that being said, it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. We should be treating women and children with the this is why I don't talk about Ukraine. Everybody be like, oh, whoa, help Ukraine. Okay, yes, help Ukraine. Okay, yes, okay. Nobody likes war. But then when you see how these Ukrainian people have time, they got time, y'all, to be racist against the Africans, against the Jamaicans, against the people of color, racist to them. You look at the Russian girl who, not the Russian girl, the Brittany Grime or Grimm, whatever her name is, the black basketball player, okay? And she's a light-skinned black basketball player. See what I'm saying, y'all? Because it don't matter when it comes to white people. They don't care. Black, light-skinned, dark, light, fair. The cop will shoot you dead in America. Okay, he'll shoot you dead here in Brazil too, especially if you my color or darker. And I know y'all like, why you always gotta talk about race? Because this is how my life is. This is how I experience life. People are racists, and more so outside of America, which is shocking to me because I just knew America was the most racist place on earth. Wrong. Okay. It is absolutely terrible. Let me tell y'all something else too, y'all. The moment when I was in France and I would speak English, because my French is, you know, it's not as good as actual French people. So they would think I was African. And the moment I would feel the racism or the discrimination or the prejudice, I would speak English immediately. They were like, oh my God, well, I didn't know you're American. Screw you. It's too late. It's too late. It's too late. It's too late. Ooh. New York. That's what we hear. Jay-Z and Alicia. What? And that's another thing. Everywhere you go, black music is what you hear. Black American music is what you hear. I don't care what anybody says. Black women, especially poor black ghetto, me, I was born and raised in Brooklyn ghetto. Women, we are the base, y'all. We are the foundation, y'all. Everything begins and ends with us. This is why Africa is called the motherland, y'all. Because everything comes from us. Everything. Culture, politics, news, fashion, food. So we were enslaved, but our breast milk was good enough for your white children. Ooh, ooh. I want my channel to be about joy and happiness, y'all. But I'm experiencing some crazy things outside of America that I never thought I would. And it's nuts because as a black woman going through these streets is not as easy as y'all think, yo. And people, and what pissed off that doorman too was that I was English and American, which he didn't realize until I opened my tongue to speak English. Then he was like, oh God. But it's too late at that point, which is why he leaned in, was even worse. Unacceptable, y'all. Because sometimes it'll work in your favor, sometimes it will not. But as a female black solo traveler going around this world, this is some serious stuff, y'all. And you gotta be smart, you gotta be aware, and you have to have major discernment. But you know what I'm gonna do? I wanna continue this conversation. I'm gonna sit with 3 black Brazilians here in Brazil, and let's hear it from their mouths, what it's like to be black in Brazil. All right, y'all? But we're gonna continue this. I love y'all. Thank you for rocking with me. Thank you for my 400 subscribers. Ah! And we out here in these streets, being black, being bold, being proud, being woman, and we are doing it, ladies and men, for those of you who are doing it. So kudos to you. I love y'all. Peace and blessings. This is quick. I just want to get in here and tell y'all my experiences, and we're going to continue this professionally. We're going to sit down with some black people and see what it's like black in Brazil, just like my video I did with black expats in France, but these are going to be real black Brazilians. So make sure you watch, like, share, and subscribe. Right, and I love you. Peace out. Ciao, ciao.